from green to yellow and then yellow to orange and now orange to red. And people say, well, why isn't that making a difference? Well, it's because it can take several weeks to see the impact of any of those changes.
As COVID cases skyrocket in Quebec to levels the province hasn't seen since May, 750 new cases added just Monday. Experts say the population's actions at the end of August into Labor Day contributed to moving the region to red alert.
Maybe they didn't think the virus was that big of a deal. People were having large parties, people were having large gatherings. That allowed the virus to keep circulating, and it allowed this baseline circulation of the virus to persist throughout the summer, and which is why we're starting to see the amplification of the virus now.
Quebec has seen a 75% jump in cases in the last week, with an average of 622.7 infections per day. Those under 40 now representing almost 40% of the province's more than 72,000 cases.
I think a lot of people, they wanted to follow the rules, but then they, picked and choose what rules follow. And as more people start not following the rules, there's, more and more leniency.
It's just kind of the way children are. The more you're asked to do something, you kind of want to do the opposite. To be fair, we should actually stay inside, but I don't think anyone is going to listen at this point because I feel like we've been too deprived.
As soon as they loosened the regulations, we just went out to party, went to bars without asking ourselves. And for a lot of people, I think they thought that the virus was gone, but it isn't.
I know that a lot of people did not respect it because they were not aware of it, even though it was published throughout the internet. In Montreal North, 30% of the households, they don't have access to internet. So there's that. I have clients as a lawyer who had COVID tickets because they did not, speak English or French. And the only access that they had to those rules were their landlords or their friends. So if they did not hear it from them, then they didn't know about those rules.
Outbreaks in schools on the rise, 3,000 schools in the province, 500 seeing at least one confirmed case of the virus. Gérard Filion High School in Longueuil on Montreal's South Shore is the second school in the province to shut down fully for 2 weeks after an outbreak among staff and students. Virtual learning now in place until October 13th.
If the cases increase, we're going to be in the same predicament as we were 2 months ago, and that we can't afford. Neither the population can't afford it because the people under stress at home, with the children going at school, with the jobs, it's not a normal situation.
If we can all limit our social interactions, I think this thing will get better and we will hopefully prevent this from getting much worse.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.